Hi y'all, Vlogmas day 10. How are y'all doing? Okay, I've been up early and I got on my YouTube and I've been seeing a few comments of people asking me why I celebrate Christmas. I'm a witch. Christmas is a Christian holiday. Why are you celebrating Christmas? Why are you doing Christmas? Why do you have a Christmas tree? And you know, maybe they're just not really educated on certain things, but the reason a lot of witches and pagans celebrate Christmas is because Christmas is actually a pagan holiday. The pagan holiday of Yule, winter solstice, came way before Christmas, y'all. They just tied Christianity into a pagan holiday so that it would be easier to convert pagans to celebrate Christmas and to be Christians. So y'all, that holiday has been around way longer than Jesus. So you know, they just renamed it and put it a few days after, or you know, the pagan holidays. And the tree, what does a Christmas tree have to do with Jesus? I mean, do they have pine trees in the desert? I mean, do they? The lights, the Yule log, the snowmen, it's all about winter solstice. It's all about the light in the darkness, getting warm, keeping your light alive in the death of winter, rebirth, death and rebirth. It's all about that. And you know, they try to tie the Jesus story into it and give it some, you know, symbolic meaning. But in all honest truth, Christmas is a pagan holiday. They just try to, just like Easter is, you know, a star, if you're Wiccan, and spring equinox, and you know, it represents fertility and rebirth and renewal, and it's a nature-based holiday. So and even like if you go into the Bible, it does not say that it doesn't give the exact date that Jesus was born. It doesn't say December 25th. That was chosen by the church. So that is why a lot of witches will celebrate Yule. There's a lot of witches that will do the winter solstice, and they like to decorate, crafts, make ornaments and stuff like that. They've been doing that before Christmas. What does an ornament have to do with a baby Jesus? Okay, that is a pagan holiday. That is a holiday where there are lots of energy and things of that nature, you know. So you can't you know, you can't really say that it's a Christian holiday, because basically it's a pagan holiday disguised as a Christian holiday. Okay, so that's why a lot of witches celebrate Christmas. Plus, my husband is not a pagan, and he is a traditional person. He likes Christmas. We have kids together, so for me to say no, we can't celebrate Christmas because it's Christian would be very close-minded of me, you know. And we don't teach them that Christian aspect of Christmas. Like they know it because they've heard the story, the nativity story, but we don't celebrate Christmas for Christ. You know, we celebrate it for family, for winter solstice, for the birth and death renewal, for the season, for the energy of all of that, for the giving and the receiving and the circle of life. And we celebrate it for the true meaning of it. You know, we don't celebrate it because some guy was born and claimed to be the savior. We don't do that, because anyone has potential to be a savior to themselves, you know. So why should we, you know, honor and fake once a year something that we don't really believe in. Okay, even my husband is not really into the Jesus thing. He's more of, you know, he just more believes in God and a higher power, and you know, this and that. But we're not like all for Jesus. Okay. Plus, historically, and if you go into history, you'll find so many flaws in those stories that it just doesn't add up. And to a scientific and historical thinker, it makes no sense to believe that story. So that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people are going to disagree. There's a lot of witches that believe in Jesus, and I'm sorry, but I'm just not one of them. Sorry, y'all. But you know, to each their own. There are some witches who work with other deities. There are some witches who work with other deities that some witches don't work with or believe in. So it's all good. I don't mind. I just don't think that pairing some opposites are going to like really benefit you in the best way for your magic. Okay. And I've been researching and studying a lot of people who celebrate all holidays, even though they're witches, because of the energy involved in those holidays. All the energy that the people are giving off can be harnessed. You know, even if you don't celebrate Easter and you go to like an Easter egg hunt with a bunch of kids and families, you can harness that energy if you are like a psychic vampire or a psychic vampire witch. You can go and get all of the good energy, all of the negative energy from certain holidays, and use it for your own good. You know, you don't have to believe in something in order to be benefited by it. Okay. So I just wanted to tell you all that, because I was asked why I'm celebrating Christmas if I'm a witch. Okay. So there's the answer to that. And also, you know, it is like the time of year where everyone is supposed to be happy and peaceful and in harmony. And so, you know, I don't want to bash anybody right now, because this is the time of year where people tend to, you know, reflect on themselves and do good and give to charity, and for once a year, and pretend to be like Jesus more. But like, if you're a real person and you live your real life daily, you know, and it's not just for show or when a certain season comes around, you know, people do that kind of stuff all the time. People don't need a season or a reason to be kind to someone. People don't need a reason to give a gift to someone, because, you know, people don't need an excuse to be a better person. You know, that should come naturally. You know, that should be in your essence. You know, Christian, atheist, witch, pagan, or whatever. If you're a good moral person, you don't need a holiday. You don't need a deity. You don't need an excuse to be who you are. That's just who you are and what you choose to do. You know, and then there's some people who are still good people who don't give and do nice things for people, but they're still all around good people. You know, we all have free will. You know, and you have those people who think they're doing the morally good thing because someone in a higher position told them it was good morally, and they don't really ask questions, and they just go and do whatever they're told to do and follow orders. Even if those orders are really bad, they feel like they're doing their moral duty because the command came from a leader. Like if you're let's just use an example. If you're a police officer and you know your commanding officer tells you to if anybody does this, this is what you need to do, even if you don't agree with it. Like if this mother is outside and you see her slap or spank her child, you need to arrest her. I mean, taking the parent's right to discipline their child away, if it's not, you know, abusive, it's not really morally right. It's just the way the system can make money off of them and get the child into, you know, child protective services and into the system, and that makes them money, okay? Because it's all about the money. So if you're doing something that a commanding officer tells you to do that you don't believe that's morally right, but you still do it because it's your job, then actually you're the bad person, because you have free will to say yes or no, you know. And also, you know, and then also it comes that part where, you know, if I don't do this, I can't feed my family. So which is more important, okay? So it's not about being good. It's not about being a Christian. It's not about being good once a year, giving to charity, doing the right thing, or having morals. It's about how you feel about what you're doing, okay? Because someone could murder in cold blood but not have any guilt, because perhaps someone has said, well, if you don't kill this person, we're going to shoot your entire family and kill them execution style. So to them, this is a necessary evil that they must do in order to save their own family, okay? Now people forget stuff like that and forget those type of scenarios, and they just see a bad murderer or a bad killer. They don't know what's behind the scenes, you know. Y'all see all those movies on TV where you'll see some guy, he's like a sniper or something, he's like trying to kill somebody, and you think he's the bad guy, and then there's a plot twist and you see that he was only doing that to save his family, and now you're on his side. Even though he just like murdered a bunch of people, now you're rooting for him. So this is why like villains are really popular right now in like Disney and the comics and the movies, because now they're showing the other side of the villain, their backstories, why they are the way they are, what drove them to this. Are they moral? Are they the ones that are truly moral? Who's really the bad guy? Does the bad guy look like the good guy but has a good cover story? So these are the things that you have to keep in mind when you are trying to judge people, which is why I do not recommend judging people, because you don't know their backstory. I mean, perfect example, the movie Maleficent that came out last year. You know, everyone thought she was an evil witch, but they wrote her a backstory, and her backstory was a good story, and she was not really the evil one. She was the good one. You know, just circumstances made her a certain way, and, you know, as a result of morals being kept in place by certain people, you know, they make the good guys look bad. So you don't know. So that's why you can't really judge people. And a lot of this stuff that's going on in the media, and, you know, trying to ostracize people and say you shouldn't be here, you can't come here. A lot of people don't understand the backstories of a lot of things. And I'm saying you shouldn't judge people because you don't know. You just don't know. Now, for conversation and for debate, yes, it's easy to judge people and give your opinions and troll. Of course, it's something to do. But in reality, you can't judge, because you don't know what you would do if you were put in that situation, okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. Happy Vlogmas, y'all. It's getting closer and closer to the big day. Saturday is my daughter's birthday party. I'm going to be super busy, so I don't know if I'm going to upload some pre-vlogs or vlog during the party. I don't know, but I guess y'all just going to have to see. I don't know. Okay. So stay tuned. I'm going to have another video coming up, a topic video. So y'all look for that today, okay? Bye. Happy holidays.